Hello and welcome back to Dinner and a Show. I'm Brian.
And I cannot believe you're making me wear this hat.
It's Back to the Future too. Of course we're going to wear this hat.
Makes my head look big.
Yeah. We want to thank Brittany for these wonderful hats as a little gift to us.
Thank you, Brittany.
Yeah, these are so much fun. And I even wore my shirt for the occasion since last year on October 21st was, in fact, the day that Marty and Dr. Brown came back in time, or to the future, and so that was really fun.
Unfortunately, it was a future that never happened.
Unfortunately, no hoverboards, no flying cars, no garbage fuel. Cubs didn't win. Yeah.
At the very least, we could have had those Power Lace Nikes.
Yeah, and the Power Lace shoes, like Michael J. Fox, I think, was the only guy that got to wear a legit pair. It sucks. 2015.
It's really sad too because
You lied to us, Robert Zemeckis. For dinner this time, I decided to sort of make it a little thematic. They used Pizza Hut in the movie for that hydrated pizza, which I really wish existed because that would have been really cool.
But did they? Was it Pizza Hut?
Yeah, that was a Pizza Hut sponsor.
Oh.
Pizza Hut and PepsiCo, they're all linked, and Marty McFly got a Pepsi, so...
I did not see that.
Yeah, Pepsi was like a big product placement in the Back to the Future movies.
You're eating pizza.
I'm eating pizza, but it's not Pizza Hut pizza, it's frozen pizza.
I'm eating strawberry Pop-Tarts.
Good old Pop-Tarts.
But neither of us are drinking Pepsi.
Nope. We are drinking Kroger brand real sugar soda, ginger ale, and the Physicist. We are not sponsors.
It tastes like Dr. Pepper.
But they're really good. So while we bemoan about how 2015 isn't like in the movie, it's really, I went into this movie thinking, this is going to suck. I love Back to the Future 1. It's the only true Back to the Future movie. And that's that. You should not make any others. The others don't exist. They do, but they don't. I was actually pleasantly surprised and enjoyed the movie a lot more than I thought I would. I mean, I like the first one better, obviously, but this was a very good sequel. As he's chewing his Pop-Tart.
Yeah, this was a bad idea. The first one had a real heart to it, especially in the relationships between parents and children. And this time, it's just a romp. It's just Marty and Doc that go in from time to time to time and encountering Biff every single time they go to.
Oh, yeah.
I swear to God, you can subtitle this movie Back to the Future Part 2, Biff.
Yeah, Biff played a much larger role in this movie.
He steals the show, pretty much.
Yeah, different generations of Biff, all played by Thomas Wilson. Yeah. Thomas Wilson. Which, that was the one thing that was really weird about this movie. Not Thomas Wilson playing all different generations, but like everyone playing different generations of this movie. Marty playing his son, his daughter, and so Marty's in drag.
Yeah, that's creepy.
And then, I mean, I guess that was the other thing. And then, the girl that replaced Lorraine. No, not Lorraine. Sorry,
Jennifer.
The girl that replaced Jennifer.
Elizabeth Shue.
Elizabeth Shue. Since the original actress, she had to step out because of health issues with her mother.
Yeah.
Which was very sad. And so Elizabeth Shue took over. She did a pretty good job for the 5 minutes that she had. And but she played her mother and herself in there. And that was really... I don't know, there's just a lot of different generations. The person who did play Lorraine, yeah, she was her older self, her 1955 self, her 1985 self. They were, yeah. So they
really heavy makeup jobs here.
Yeah, really big makeup jobs. I think they overall did a pretty good job in the makeup. Biff may have had a few hiccups in his makeup department, but they did a pretty good job, I would say.
They did a really good job making Biff look like Donald Trump in 1985.
Yes.
I did check. They did base it off Donald Trump, and Lorraine is supposed to be based on... crap, I forget her name. Cassie somebody... I don't know, you'll correct me in a caption
Yeah.
or something, but I'm
Well,
pretty sure
we'll
Lorraine
find
was
out.
based on someone who Donald Trump was associated with at the time.
Oh yeah, it was. So that's funny, yeah, because Jimmy Kimmel made a joke about that in a few months ago. Yeah, during the Back to the Future day. That was hilarious. It's like Biff might be president.
The first one was mostly about the relationship between Marty and his father, and in this film, you hardly see the father. I know it's
Yeah.
because of the actor replacement. I know Crispin Glover sued the company over use of his likeness or whatever.
And I think it was because of this movie that they had like the part of the actor's contract with the studio is like the studio has to have permission to use the likeness and image and voice of the actress, and if they don't, I mean, they can't use it. They have to get somebody else. Well, they didn't have that law at the time, and so they, just got some prosthetics on a guy to make him look exactly like Chris Glover, and just went about with that. And he did not like that at all. So that's that big dramatic ordeal.
But with that said, I do enjoy part 2. I really do.
Yeah,
because
it's more of an adventure in this movie, which is a lot of fun. I like adventure movies.
It's very energetic. It's an enjoyable romp. I love the theories that they keep tossing back and forth about parallel dimensions and like alternate futures and pasts and stuff like that. Christopher Lloyd is having a lot of fun.
He's having a blast as usual.
Yeah, he's having a lot of fun trying to explain all this to Marty. Marty's like trying to comprehend everything, just as we are, obviously.
Yeah, like all the cast seem to be enjoying themselves very much.
Yeah, especially Thomas Wilson.
Very much, yeah, especially Thomas Wilson. Like, this was his movie to shine. The writing was still very clever on how they were alluding to their next film, Back to the Future 3, where it takes place in the West in 1885.
Part 3 does regain that heart, and we'll get to that when we get to that. But
when we review that movie, which we will. It's like we've said that we're going to review The Killing Joke, and we remember, we just haven't gotten around to it yet. They kind of retreaded, a lot of story elements in there. They have, Marty McFly escaping the bullies, in the future.
Yeah.
They go back to 1955 to do that whole deal again, which is, fine, but it's just, you can only do that so much.
I did find that a lot of fun, like when he's like sneaking around the dance, making sure that he's not seen by his other self and other people who knew his other self at the time, and just like always sneaking around. It's like a Mission Impossible. You can play the Mission Impossible theme, like as he's sneaking into the principal's office trying to regain
it's like, God forbid if he has to go back to 1955 again.
Oh my God, that'd be really something.
Yeah.
Dude, Joss Whedon made that happen. I mean, like, I don't know why that's the first person that popped in my head, like Joss Whedon, but if anyone could do it again,
it'd be the Doctor.
I'm pretty sure he could.
It'd be the Doctor from Doctor Who.
Yes.
That Doctor would definitely be able to do that.
So all 3 of these movies, they follow a basic formula, and you probably noticed it. Marty goes back in time or forward in time. Marty has to run in with the bullies. Marty has to like fix this, fix that, or whatever. It's all a formula. It's the same. It's like how the Indiana Jones movies follow formula. It's like how A New Hope and The Force Awakens follow the formula. Mm-hmm. With this, it actually works because it sort of indicates that history sort of repeats itself.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, like I didn't mind. I'm just like, you can only do that for so long, before it gets old. In like one of Force Awakens' biggest criticisms was it kept relying too much on Episode 4's, formula. I totally love Episode 7.
Yet, those are probably the same people who got onto Kingdom of the Crystal Skull for not paying homage to the original Indiana Jones films. So how the hell can you win?
I know, right? You can't please everybody.
That was the only Indiana Jones movie that didn't follow the formula, and look what happened.
It's because they had aliens.
Oh yeah, that too. But still, the point remains.
I love the camera shots. It just seemed like, even though I don't think they planned on it when they made the first Back to the Future, it looked like that they just, prepared like years and years in advance, and they got those shots like straight out of their old movie.
And yet they weren't, because like they weren't originally planning on having a sequel.
Yeah, and
the first one made money. It was the highest grossing film of that year.
Yeah.
They bundles of money.
And at the beginning of Back to the Future 2, they actually had to reshoot every single shot because of, Elizabeth Shue, replacing the original actress. And I was just like, whoa, this is, it was really cool. So yeah, and then of course, there are a few things that I didn't like about the movie. How they treated Jennifer and Einstein, I think, were my biggest complaints. Jennifer she didn't do anything really.
Mm-hmm.
She just talked. She was amazed. The doctor told Marty to bring her along, and then he knocks her out a few minutes later because she asked too many questions. You think that going into the future, you're going to ask questions.
Yeah, it's like the writers wrote themselves into a corner, like when they had her present, like at the end of the first movie, like when she was there and they were going into the future. It's like they wrote themselves into a corner because they weren't originally planning on making a sequel, but now that they have her in the sequel, they're like, okay, what are we going to do with her?
Yeah, it's like, why bring her along? But yeah, they had to do something.
Yeah.
So she was just a plot device, pretty much, to get from point A to point B.
It kind of disappoints me because, like, I would like to see this relationship go. I liked both Marty and Jennifer in the first movie. I liked the scenes that they had together. I would like to see more of them. And in the sequel, she's just sort of a wasted character.
Exactly. Like, I would have loved, just some development between them if she was part of the adventure.
Yeah.
To go to 1955 or something like that. If, she was there to help because, she needed, if she could do something. She didn't have to be just knocked out and asleep on front of her porch for the rest of the movie. That's stupid.
That's a good point. Who is Jennifer?
It's like why are they in love?
What is she like?
Like, even in the first movie, which I absolutely love, one of my favorite movies, they never really established, either how they met, why they're in love with each other.
It just gave Marty something to come back to.
Yeah, it was just like, okay. There were some funny moments, especially when they, as one set of characters meets their other set of characters that they're saying, so Jennifer meets Jennifer, the older Jennifer, and then Doc Brown meets his younger self. Yeah, that was great. I loved it.
Maybe we'll see each other in the future or in the past.
Yeah. What? And it's just, I find it funny that they don't take seeing past or future selves, well. They either faint or scream or holler. I'd kind of, I don't know if I'd do that. I think I've watched too much TV where I'd be like, oh, hey, cool, it's real. But, it is what it is. Flying DeLorean. Special effects were pretty decent still. Mm-hmm. I think they were nominated for an Academy Award in the first movie for Best Visual Effects. I don't think they won, but they were nominated. This one, definitely still good. I can probably tell a little bit of green screen every now and then.
The set design,
but overall pretty good.
Outstanding.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Especially when it's like, when you see in the downtown Hill Valley in 2015, it looks incredible. Looks very futuristic. That's not the future we got, obviously.
It was
like many movies about the future.
It was like cartoon 80s
mispredict the future.
It was cartoon 80s future, but it was still a pretty cool set to see. Glad we don't dress like that.
Yeah.
But it was fun to see.
I'm taking this out of protest.
Yeah, these hats. Keeping mine on.
I was like little touches here and there, like when you see the Jaws Night. When you see the Jaws 19 marquee, you see directed by Max Spielberg, which is the name of Steven Spielberg's first son. See a tagline. This time it's really, really,
really personal.
And Marty has that line, like, the shark still looks fake. I think that might have been an add-in from Spielberg who had nothing to do with the Jaws sequels.
Oh, yeah, I think so. And Robert Zemeckis put a nice little Roger Rabbit in one of the display stores. That was fun. You reminded me of a big complaint I had. One that I really, really didn't like.
What's up?
It was Marty McFly getting his, I guess, weakness was if he was called chicken.
He was called chicken.
And I'm like, where did that come from? There was no sign of that in the first movie, and you just kind of bring it out of nowhere in the second movie, and in the third movie.
It's a big part of part 3, so like.
I know it's a big part of part 3, but it was just kind of. It's like 2 and 3 are kind of like their own movies. 1 was just kind of its standalone, which I've said before, it makes sense.
Yeah, take out the ending in the original Back to the Future, and you have your movie right there.
Yeah, But I just really didn't like the fact that they added that. It just seemed very forced. Just like, oh, hey, we got to have some conflict. Marty can't be, he doesn't like being called chicken. I was like, and out of all the things to be called, chicken.
Chicken.
It's like, I was going to say, what are we
It's
in,
a family
1955? Oh, wait. No, it was really, really, really stupid. But
yeah, that's another big thing about 2015. The biggest insult to a person is not chicken in this day and time.
Oh, no. It's something else. Probably something we can't say on TV.
We're not on TV. We're online. Much worse things are said.
Yeah, definitely. Still a very fun story. I still loved all of the characters. Still loved Doc Brown. Still loved Marty McFly. Loved Biff. I mean, everybody else, was great. I'd give it a high 5. It's a step below my rating for the first one, but I mean, hey, it was still enjoyable. Great time.
I give it a wave. Oh no, just there. I mean, like, I'll talk to it from time to time, and in the meantime, I'll just
I would.
If I ever see it.
Yeah, like I wouldn't pop this in, and just watch just because I want to. Yeah. That's what I do with the first one. Like, I'll clean the house and I'll just put that movie in and feel like, oh, hey, look, it's fun, something to, watch while I'm cleaning.
Yeah.
But overall, fun movie. Well, I think that's all we got for today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share to all your friends. I'm Brian.
I'm Tanner.
And we will see you in the future.